question. Do I have to introduce myself? Won't you have a little banner underneath there? Right, so I can just say Happy Sabbath and go in. Right, good. Say one more thing, talking it one more time. Is that close enough or should I be further? Mm. Right there? Okay. Happy Sabbath, everyone. Today is my pleasure to introduce us to our Black History Month. And I want to let you know that Black history didn't just start in Americas, but it is focused on our experience here in the Americas. So what I want to lead you down is a understanding of what Black history was for us, but also what the key portion that helped carry us through our time here and to this day, our music. This month, we will focus on the songs we sing, the history of them and why we sing that. And because of that, I wanted to let you know in advance that there will be some singing. You will have to participate in that as well. For us, song has always been a part of our worship. Even in Africa, it was a part of many things that we did, but especially our worship. So when we came over here as slaves, the colonizers of North America had a problem with us and our singing. They had an understanding, or they understood that we sang about things that were biblical, but they couldn't really realize why it was so passionate, why it was so emotional at the time. And so, because of that, they banned a lot of things that we did. So we had to sort of circumspectly or clandestine meet so we can lift our voices in harmony to the God we serve. And out of that came something which you come to know as Negro spirituals. And spirituals were particular because they sung about freedom. They sung about hopes and sorrows. Frederick Douglass once said that when we sing about old Canaan, we are not just talking about heaven, we're talking about going to the north. And so that was the key understanding of that. But it became a popular way of singing for us, and it became a popular style of music as well. And one of the key people that became really important during that time was a group called the Jubilee Singers. Now, they were out of Fisk University, and a little history about Fisk University. It was opened up in about 1866. It was open for those emancipated slaves that had just gotten free, and it was open to any man or woman, as they said, irregardless of color. And about after 5 years, they started having some financial difficulties. So one of the music composers, or music professors, excuse me, said to his head of the president of the university, let me put together an ensemble and let us sing and sort of sing for our suppers, so to speak. And they did do that. And they became people that would just sing in small towns and small places. And they were still having a rough time. And they came to Cincinnati. And they sung for about $50, which was a lot of money then. And they took that $50 and gave it to the victims of the Chicago fire. They were that benevolent, even though they needed that money, they were that benevolent because they saw someone in worse shape than they were. And so it was these Jubilee singers, who were named Jubilee after Leviticus 25, became popular for singing a certain style of music called spirituals. And spirituals also became hymns for some people. And one of the things that was I would earmark right at this point, then about 1899, one of those spirituals called Where Are You There? Where Were You There? Oh, see, I messed up, man. Good. That one of those spirituals called Where Were You There? I spelled were wrong, man. I have to change that. I got where instead of W-E-R-E. I don't know how I got that. So I have to change that for you. Anyway, let me pick it up. Yes. Okay. And one of those spirituals became popular and was included in 1899. Okay. It's all right. Sitting. Okay. All right. One of those spirituals became popular, and it talked about the crucifixion of Christ. And it asked questions, were you there when he was crucified? And were you there when they nailed him to the cross? And this hymn was showing how the emancipated slave and slaves identified with Christ. And because they felt he had gone through the similar sorrows that they had gone through as well. And in 1899, this hymn was included in the United Methodist Hymnal, a predominantly white denomination, and it was the first time an African-American hymn was included in a hymnal for any major church. Now, Dwayne and Sharon Cunningham will come and lead us in a song that has meant a lot to many people, black and white, over the years. Is that good?